the changes that are taking place in the society, we have to keep a watch. Not only we should keep a watch, but also adapt ourselves to the changing world. There are changes in the teaching systems. There are changing in the equipment, teaching equipment. There are changing in the methods of teaching. There are changes that are taking place in examinations itself. There are so many changes that are taking place in the education system as a whole. First of all, teachers should watch these changes. Teachers should adapt themselves to these changes. They should constantly upgrade their skills. You should constantly upgrade your teaching methods. You should constantly equip yourself to the latest technologies. Then only you will be able to teach your children, equip your children with the latest knowledge, with the latest knowledge in technology or computer knowledge, whatsoever may be, teaching methods and all that. First, change should begin from teachers, and it should percolate to this. It should take place among the children. Children, they themselves cannot adapt to these changes. It is difficult for them, because they are depending for everything on the teachers. Teacher is the source of their knowledge. Teacher is the source of their motivation. Teacher is the source of their teacher is the source of their role model aspect. Teacher is their role model as such. Teacher is everything for that. Teacher is the parent also. Teacher is their mummy, teacher is their daddy, teacher is their friend, philosopher, guide. Such is the role of the teacher. It is a very crucial role. You are not only teachers, you are something beyond teacher. You are their friend, you are their philosopher, you are their guide, you are their parent, you are their mom, dad, everything. The lives of the children are in the hands of the teachers. Let me put it that way, in simpler terms. The lives of the children are in the hands of the teachers. They spend most of the time with the teachers, and they spend most of their listening to the teachers. They get lots of knowledge from the teachers, lots of inputs from the teachers. Not only educational, but other aspects also, behavior, communications, etiquette, attire, interpersonal relations. I was surprised to learn from the students on some other occasion. Children are excelling in their fields, drawing inspiration from the teachers. When I asked some of the children, they said it is because of X teacher, it is because of Y teacher, it is because of Z teacher I am able to excel in my studies. They are giving credit to the teachers. Good old days, teachers were treated like gods. Guru Devo Bhava. Guru is almost like God. How much amount of, even my parents were teachers. In those days, in older days, they were respected in the society. They used to command lots of respect. Teacher is highly esteemed person in the society. A teacher used to be treated like demigod. I am not exaggerating things, but I am putting the thing straight, that teachers will impact the lives of the children. They are in your hands. It is your responsibility to take care of the children, and it is the responsibility of the children to obey the teachers. Obeying teachers means obeying parents, because teachers are your parents. You are away from the parents, and the spending time with your parents is far less than spending time in this institution, spending time with the teachers. That means most of the time you are spending your time with the teachers, and most of the time teachers are spending with the children, students. They do not even spend their time with their own children, but they spend lots of time with the students in the residential school. So, the student teacher relationship is very important. The relations are inseparable. The relations are so inextricably interwoven that you can't see the performance of the teacher or performance of the student in isolation. The performance of the institution is the synergy between the student and the teacher. It is an output of interactive process between the teacher and the student. So, teacher-student relations are very important. I always tell the teachers that it is a noble profession. It is a noble profession in the sense that you are molding the personalities of so many children. Whether you mold them into a better personality or you mold them into a poor kind of personality, it is all in your hands. My dear students, and it is your responsibility to listen to your teachers and to obey your teachers. As long as you obey, as long as you listen to them, as long as you submit to them, your future, your career, your studies, everything is assured. Sometimes in some of the students there is a rebellious characters. Normally the rebellious character, sometimes it is inbuilt into the personality, maybe because of their family background, because of their learning process in the society or in the family system. Sometimes they acquire this trait. I urge all the students who normally disobey to give it up. You please give it up. Give up the habit of disobeying. Give up the habit of not listening to the teachers. Give up the habit of being arrogant. Give up the habit of being rigid. You should be flexible all the time. Do not be rigid. I will not do it. I will do it. I will do this thing only. I do not do this thing only. That rigidity will not help. You should be flexible enough to accommodate yourself to the system. And I feel that children per se, they are good in nature. Nobody is bad, nobody is good. All are good, all are excellent, all are equally endowed, all are equally proficient, all are equally equipped. This sense of equality should be there in your mind. If one among you is excelling in the studies, let that one become a role model. I feel happy to see some of our children come here to the studio, teach on video system, a digital teaching system. through digital teaching system. I feel happy about that, but the number should increase. And one of you is doing, you should always feel that you should not feel envy about that. You should not feel, you should not be unhappy about that. You should feel happy, you should feel proud of it. You should also try to emulate your friend who is teaching, who is excelling. Always choose some people as your role models, good people as your role models, and try to emulate them. But if you have faith in God, have unstinted faith. Little bit of your faith can move the mountains, and faith in oneself is very important. As a student, if I feel that I can't do this, I can't memorize, somehow things will not stand in my memory, I tend to forget, somehow I am not able to understand, somehow I am not able to pay attention. You may feel like that sometimes, but that is not good. You should always feel that yes, I can. Yes, I can. This should be your attitude. Yes, I do, I can do. Why can't I do? I can do, yes, I can do it. This kind of positive attitudes to oneself should be there. If Purna Anand can scale up the Everest, conquer the mountains, and if they stood tall in the society now, in the entire world they created a record, the youngest students to have conquered Mount Everest. Why not you do? Why can't you do it? Not necessarily conquering the mountain, but something like that, achieving great feats, achieving high peaks of achievements. The studies, sports, music, so on and so forth. That kind of self-confidence should be there. I do not suggest you have to have overconfidence, but self-confidence based on reality. Once you have the self-confidence in you, I tell you, nobody can stop from your achieving things. Nobody can prevent in the world. Confidence is the basic fundamental trait which is required to excel in any field. Once that is lacking and your foundation is not good, it is weak. The foundation for your achievement is your confidence, trusting in yourself. It is a positive trait. And we have high expectations from you. This academic year should be the academic year of difference. Okay. This academic year should be the academic year of difference. You should make a difference. It should not be like the last year. Last year you have achieved something. I am not denying that fact that you have achieved, you have done well. But this year you should achieve many more great things. This year should be in a year of difference, and everybody should excel in studies. And for that I request the teachers and students to take the equal responsibility. Teachers who are going to come out with innovative methods, you are all welcome. We will appreciate, we will award, we will reward you. The teacher who are dedicated to the cause of the students, if they come out with innovative methods of teaching, creative methods of teaching, you are welcome, and you can demonstrate before us, and we will see that if that model is working well, we will implement that model in the entire system. And the newly admitted children, they may be finding it difficult to adjust themselves, adapt themselves to the new environment. It is the responsibility of the elder students and teachers to take care of the newly admitted children who are struggling to adapt themselves to the new environment. Some of them are wanting to run away also sometimes if they are not able to adjust, but you have to ensure that they should not run away. You should ensure that you should love them, you should take care of them, you should take them into confidence, you should hug them and take them into your fold, give them confidence, give them good inputs with love and compassion, love and care, so that they will adjust themselves as soon as possible, as early as possible. Conduct parent teacher meetings as frequently as possible, and the group discussion system should increase. You promote group discussion system. So, if this group discussion system will have lots of positive impact, they will get rid of the inferiority, they can improve their interpersonal relations, they can they can develop a kind of creative thinking, new thoughts will come, new ideas will come, and the openness, expression, communication systems will communication quality of communication will improve, shyness will go away. This group interaction will also help them interacting in the general society. So, there are so many advantages of group discussions. Encourage group discussions in the classroom. And if you find somebody is homesick, you counsel them, motivate them, cajole them, treat them as if they are your own brothers and sisters, and give them a confidence that yes, this is the place for me, place of enjoyment, place of good teachers, place of good students, place of good ambience, place of good overall environment. That kind of feeling you should generate among the students who have just entered the campus, and promote the spirit of competitiveness. If you promote the spirit of competitiveness among them, they will try to excel in their respective activity, maybe writing, reading, elocution, group discussion, and song, drama, dance, so on and so forth. Instill a feeling of competitiveness, spirit of competitiveness. I should excel like my other students. I should I should overtake my other colleague student. This kind of spirit of competitiveness you have to impart in them, you have to instill in them, infuse in them. And sometimes you can always organize motivating lectures, motivating seminars. You can call your district collector, district SP, DIG, or reputed doctor, reputed engineer, even reputed businessman, and there are NGOs who are willing to be part of your extend their support. You tap the resources from NGOs, and there are corporate business houses, industrialists who are willing to help your students. if something is lacking, maybe RO plant, maybe good blankets, woolen blankets, something like that, books, extra books, library, so on and so forth. You have to be in touch with the general society, tap the resources available in the society. There is a concept of corporate social responsibility. 2% of the profits of any industry should be spent for the cause of the people, especially the poor people. You can tap those resources and you can take initiative, principal and staff. Of late, I have observed some students missing from the campus for various reasons. Sometimes personal reasons, sometimes peer group pressure, sometimes the because of the situation in the campus, maybe insults, injury, psychological damage, hurting the feelings. Recently Nagarjuna University, Rishiteshwari, the girl, poor girl, hanged herself and committed suicide. Why? Because of the insult and injury, not physical injury, injury to her conscience. Insults, it is a psychological, she could not withstand the pressure of psychological damage. Do not hurt children. Children also, students also, they should not hurt one another psychologically. Loving one another, caring for each other, and taking care of each other, helping each other, all these things will go a long way. Do not hurt others' sentiments, others' feelings. Once you hurt, it triggers off emotional disturbance. It triggers emotional commotion, and that works within. Why my friend abused me, why my friend shouted at me, why my friend insulted me. If one keeps on thinking, it gives rise to pent up feelings of pent up ill feelings, emotional psychological disturbance, and that might result in running away, that might result in committing suicide, that might result in mal personality. It will manifest in different ways, poor performance also. Yes, there is a theory called self-fulfilling theory in psychology. This self-fulfilling theory is very much reality. If you call somebody an idiot, that fellow feels that, oh, I am an idiot, so he tries to behave like idiot. Ultimately, he will become an idiot. It is a small word which will damage the personality of a person. You may not recognize that. If you utter a small word, abusive word, you may not feel that it has lots of impact. You may take it very lighter way, but you will not be, you will be surprised to know that that small word will change the entire personality, both positive and good. This fellow will not remember anything if you say that word. She or he feels that, oh, probably my mind is not accepting, my mind is limited, my mind is not suitable for memorizing things. Not that she or he has that mind, but because of somebody is labeling, teacher is labeling, principal is labeling, or the student is labeling that this fellow is a short memory fellow, short memory girl. Do not use those words, negative words at all. Even if somebody is not good, even if somebody is lagging behind, use positive words. Use positive words. send positive currents and develop positive attitudes, develop an attitude to overcome the difficulty, that limitation, that handicap. So, this fulfilling of self fulfilling theory should be kept in mind of the teachers. If you say a particular word, if you say good, that fellow will turn up as a good boy. Even if that fellow is a bad, if you say good, he starts thinking in terms of a good boy. Saying about you are a good boy, he feels that. You know that he is a bad boy, but he feels that, oh, the teacher is labeling me as good boy, I should be like a good boy. The labeling theories, self-fulfilling theory, one must be aware of that. When you use words, especially when you use negative words, do not use negative words, always use positive words, which will send positive energy, positive currents, and which will turn out to be, it will help turning out to be a good personality. Use words very carefully, keeping that self-fulfilling theory in view in your mind. And ambience of the campus has something to do with the performance of the both principal, teachers and the students. If the ambience of the school, residential school, bad, it will have a negative impact on the principal, teachers and students. If the ambience of the school is very good, it will have a good impact on the principal, teachers and students. Physical ambience, cleanliness, neatness, orderliness, they have very much to do with the performance of the institution. Now, we have been undertaking the campaign of Swachh Bharat, Swachh Andhra Pradesh. Now, you should undertake an activity called Swachh Residential School. Your residential school should be clean, neat and tidy, orderly, and it should give good appearance. Principals, teachers, students, non-teaching staff, everybody should involve in this kind of campaign. I have seen in many of the residential schools all barren lands, huge campus, barren land. It will not cost you much planting a sapling or a plant. It does not cost you anything. A plant will come, the social forestry people will give you free of cost. The only thing you have to approach them and get the plants and then plant it, that is it. Keep pouring the water. And washing, drainage system, I tell you, drainage system should be thoroughly good. The drainage system is spoiled, the entire campus is spoiled. If the drainage system is good, the entire campus is good. I have seen some of the once I visited one school in Kadapa district, in Maidukuru area. Some augmentation work is going on there, new buildings are being constructed in the same campus, but the entire campus was foul, getting foul smell, stinking, unbearable smell. They gave the lame excuse saying that some construction is going on. So what? Construction will go on for 2 years, that means 2 years will you have the same problem of drainage. So, kindly take care of the drainage problem, keep your campus neat and tidy, try to on the walls, not on all walls, at least compound walls, at least some walls should have good pictures of your students or teachers, artistic pictures, something related to environment, something related to the nature, something related to anything that promotes their the ambience, and it should also convey some moral values, the pictures.